Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Checkpoint Corner, our video game podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and joined with me, like every week, we've got Matherin.
Hello.
And Tyler.
Hello.
Is that how I normally introduce you guys? Or is
No.
it usually Tyler and
It's
then
usually
Mather?
me. You kind of threw me
Yeah.
off. so
Well, we're
just
kind of sitting a little differently, so.
Make sure you never do it again.
I'm sorry. Well, welcome back to the podcast, guys. Last week we discussed sequels. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. And this week we're talking spin-offs.
Yeah, September's spin-offs.
Yeah. Yeah. But before we get into
No.
that, you guys been playing any fun games this week?
I started this new game called Core Keeper.
Oh yeah, I saw you playing that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the game, but I saw that you were indeed playing it.
Yeah, it's still on like alpha, I think, but it's really fun. It's a lot like Minecraft, I guess, in some ways,
Yeah.
but there's like boss fights in it and stuff too. And it's pretty fun. It's kind of difficult, but it's fun.
Yeah, is it like a sandbox game?
Kind of. It's more of like an exploration type like gathering, but there's a lot of sandbox elements about it.
I might have to look at that.
Yeah.
Did you just get it on Steam or?
Yeah, just on Steam.
Oh, nice. How much was it?
I don't know because I got it, like Caleb got it for me some time back, and like he just gifted it to me just out of the blue. So
Lucky.
I honestly have no idea, but I assume it's pretty cheap if he gifted it to me.
Yeah.
We all need a Caleb in our lives.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler? You been playing anything this week?
I've been addicted to Omega Strikers.
Did you talk about it last week?
We did, Mather and I did.
Yeah.
Playing a lot of that. Yeah, not much else actually.
Just Omega Strikers.
Just Omega
on that
Strikers.
grind.
All night
Oh,
grind.
man.
Completing the Omega Strikers Battle Pass.
It's true.
Is there a Battle Pass?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't play too much this week. I just started something last night because it was on Game Pass. I think it's only on the Series X Game Pass, but I downloaded it on my computer. But it's this game called Metal Hellslinger.
Oh yeah.
Hellsinger?
I downloaded that. I have not played it yet.
Yeah, it's Metal Hellslinger, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the one that's like Doom, but
It's more
A rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it takes a little bit getting used to. So yeah, the game is, Metal Hellsinger, not Slinger. But yeah, it's a lot like Doom, and it's all right. It's a fun little game. I think I only completed like the first mission, but it's kind of cool because you get to. It's like Doom and Devil May Cry, I guess, because the more combos you do, like with you have to like time your attacks with the music, so to get like better combos, I guess, and then you can hear the music better, and if you get max combo, then the vocals kick in. A part of me is like, that's kind of a cool concept, but it would be fun if I could just like play Doom and listen to music without
Yeah.
having to worry about rhythm and timing and stuff. But it was pretty fun
Nice.
if you like Doom and that stuff. But yeah, that was all I've been playing. Anything else?
Been kind of going back and forth between playing Cyberpunk some more because the new Edge Runners show
Yeah,
came
there was a
out.
huge increase in players. I don't know if we talked about last week.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Mm.
And I've just kind of been like wanting to play that, but then I get into it and I'm like, well, there's nothing to do anymore, and so I'm like,
There's nothing to do anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, should we talk about Edge Runners? I haven't seen it, but
Me neither.
I've seen all of it, and I think it's good.
yeah, it's been getting a lot of praise.
Yeah, it's a good adaptation. Really delves deep into like the cyberpsychosis illness that was created in Cyberpunk. Just kind of goes deep into that and some other things.
Yeah.
It's a good story, and they blended it well with the new update in Cyberpunk. I think, like they added a lot that you can do to like reach back into the show, just kind of like rediscover some of the places that were there and stuff like that. You can literally go to every place that was shown in the show in Cyberpunk.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you need to have like played the game to really understand the show, or can you kind of just watch the show on
You
its
can
own?
just watch the show on its own, honestly.
Yeah.
Good, because I haven't played the game.
You played some of it.
I played a tiny bit.
like
Yeah, you should play it. It's okay.
Yeah, it does a good job at like just kind of introducing the world and stuff. And if you have played Cyberpunk, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I get this.
Yeah. There's like some cameos and Easter eggs here and there too.
Does
but-
Keanu Reeves show up?
No, but Rogue does. from the Afterlife. I don't know if you don't.
No,
You
I
don't
don't know
know.
what that is.
I don't know what the afterlife is.
And Adam Smasher shows up at the end. I don't know if that's a major. That's not really a spoiler, honestly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Interesting. Well, speaking of video game shows, we got a trailer for the Last of Us show. I guess a
Yeah.
teaser.
Yeah.
Happy
Coming-
Last of Us Day, by the way.
Yeah, wasn't that a couple days ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. At the time of recording. It would
Yeah.
have been a couple days ago when this comes out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they showed off a teaser for the Last
Dude,
of
I'm
Us.
so excited. It's everything that I want.
Uh,
I don't know. It's just a teaser trailer, but I think they nailed the look.
I'm not getting. My expectations are like low, just because I don't think it'll be like bad. It looks fine, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's like, what's the point of this if I can just play the experience?
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna watch it
Because you
maybe.
get cool acting.
I mean, you can get cool acting from this game too.
Yeah, but you can see Pedro Pascal as Joel.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I guess I love that one shot in the trailer where it shows the two skyscrapers leaning on each other. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh.
They're friends. They got
Damn.
each other back.
No, I think, ooh, that's one zombie skyscraper biting the other zombie, or biting the other skyscraper.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. I didn't even think of that.
a giant skyscraper zombie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Speaking of video game shows, apparently there's a Nier Automata show coming out.
Oh,
in
yeah.
January of next year. It's gonna come out. It's made
What?
by A1 Pictures.
Just gonna come out next year.
Yeah, January.
Huh.
It's set to release. And if you don't know, A1 Pictures is the people that made like the Erased anime in Your Eye in
Oh, yeah.
April.
Yeah.
So they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I've only seen Erased. I don't know.
Erased is okay. I didn't get through Your Eye in April.
No.
But we're not here to talk about anime.
It's kind of funny because I watched back on anime. I watched the first episode of Your Lie in April thinking it was a different anime. And once I found it out, I went and watched that anime.
You thought it was Your Lie in March.
Yep.
Yeah. And then also, this is kind of sad, but I thought this game already came out because I haven't been following it too closely. But Oxenfree 2 got delayed until 2023.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh, well.
kind of want to play that game when it comes out
Me
because I
too.
like the first Oxenfree.
I think the first one had a charm to it.
It was good.
I don't like the soundtrack.
You didn't like the soundtrack?
I did like the
Oh,
soundtrack.
I was like, that's a weird thing to say about that game. Very strange. But yeah, that's exciting.
Very exciting.
You guys want to talk about spin-offs?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a news bit that I had.
Well, if you remember it, just blurt it out.
Okay.
At the most inconvenient time.
Sounds
So
good.
spin-offs, guys. Freaking spin-offs. I think there's a lot of good ones, and there's some bad ones. Some are unneeded. Some just have the title for a cash grab. Like, you guys know Metal Gear Survive?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us played that, but man, that game looks so boring.
It does. It does.
Yeah, because that's one on my list. That's just a shameless spin-off that just shares the title to make money.
Is there even a snake in it?
You can probably like step on a snake. There's a zombie snake.
Zombie snake.
Yeah, very strange game. But
Yeah.
I don't have too much to say because I haven't played it, but it's better left forgotten, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess so.
Is there any spin-offs you guys want to bring up right off the bat that you're like passionate about?
Oh yeah.
I think we know where this is going.
Yeah.
Give it to us, Valorant.
My favorite spin-off game I think ever.
And one of your
is-
favorite games ever?
And one of my favorite games ever is definitely Fallout New Vegas. And I know I've talked about this so much already on the podcast, but I think as a spin-off, it does so well at expanding the world in new and creative ways, and just the gameplay in general, that it deserves its own recognition just for that. And it has gotten its own recognition
Yeah,
for that,
it's-
definitely.
It's one of those spin-offs that many people praise it as being better than like the main series.
Yeah, yeah. Which I would have to agree, honestly, on a lot of fronts.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I had more fun. Hot take, but I've already said this. I had more fun with Fallout 4, but yeah, Fallout New Vegas, you can't deny like the popularity and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a great spin-off, and it honestly deserves a sequel.
It does.
But
It
we're not here to talk
really
about
does.
sequels. That was last week. I'll bring up since we're shooters, I guess. Segue. So Halo has a couple spin-offs.
Yeah.
Halo Reach, I think, is better than the main games.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that might be nostalgia talking, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it is nostalgia talking, but even if you haven't like I think you could play the Master Chief Collection or whatever to play multiplayer because I think they canceled like the original game servers. But just the story of Halo Reach is really good too. Kind of you learn about the origins of Cortana and like how
Yeah.
Cortana's being brought to Master Chief in this little team, and then you learn about the fall of Reach, which I think was in a novel or whatever. But books are lame and for nerds, so let's talk about video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a well done story, and I love the ending. The ending's super impactful, and it's because you get this other side to the war, that's not just like Master Chief being this action hero, like running through everything and being invincible. It's like, let's tell a story about just random soldiers, and then like your character, your OC, is the main character. So it's kind of like you are just a faceless soldier,
Yeah.
and it's their story. So it's just a cool spin-off.
I think that game does so much to build the world of Halo outside of just Master Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of guess like, if you're like a big fan of Halo, then you would have known this from like if you read the novels or stuff. But just like that game really lets you know, like there are other soldiers out there, and they have died.
They're
in
doing their best.
in this war. But yeah, and then there's a Halo 3 ODST is another spin-off. And I need to go back and play that game because I played it with my older brother, but I don't really remember it. But I just remember like the atmosphere is really interesting.
Yeah, I was like in a city or something.
Yeah,
which
you're
I
like
thought was cool.
you're in a city and you like pick up things and then you relive the memory or something like that to the story, and it puts you in the shoes of an ODST soldier. So you really are
just a soldier.
like you really are just a soldier.
You're a
and,
grunt.
and it's cool that I remember playing it and being cool that like the gameplay reflects that. Like you don't run as fast, you don't jump as far.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are more fragile, and it's a very grounded Halo story.
Yeah.
Because you're an ODST guy.
Interesting.
And then there's the Halo Wars games, which I haven't played. I started the second one, but I don't know if I'm like a real-time strategy guy, so I want to play them eventually. But people love the Halo Wars games, so as real-time strategy games, people have like, yeah, they're really good. Then there's like the weird top-down games, Spartan Assault
Yeah,
or Spartan Strike or whatever.
I heard Halo Wars was a good story.
Yeah, our older brother's really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of talks to me about it sometimes. But yeah, Halo got a bunch of spin-offs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're mostly, I guess, pretty good.
Is Halo Infinite technically a spin-off?
I don't know.
Because
That's
it's like a
no.
sequel to Wars, which is a spin-off.
It just takes, no. It's just a continuation.
Okay.
Even if it was a sequel to Wars, which it's not, because the gameplay's different. And it's not a spin-off to Wars. No. Anything else?
Well, speaking
Oh.
of first-person shooter, is a great segue. One of our favorite ones is Titanfall 2,
Yeah.
and it got a spin-off called, I don't know if you heard about it, but it's called Apex Legends.
Oh, yeah. That is one I wanted
Apex
to talk
Legends
about.
is kind of a spin-off, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring it up when we were talking about games we played, but I did play and finish. I replayed the Titanfall 2 campaign.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
And then, yeah, it's just crazy like going to Apex. Because, like, you know. Because, like, in the original campaign, you have, like, these boss fights. And they're kind of, like, one-dimensional, like, with Ash and stuff. But they leave enough room to grow. And that's what they really do in Apex. Because you get Ash, who now has, like, a split personality.
Yeah.
And then you get Valkyrie, who's the daughter of Viper. And the Viper boss fight is just so cool
Yeah.
and epic. But the problem is, my game had a bug when I was doing that boss fight, and the audio just glitched out. And then I was like, what the heck? So I tried restarting the game, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm playing the game with no audio. And then once I beat Viper, the audio came back. It's like, what the
Well, that's
fuck?
actually a thing he can do. He can mute everything. That's one of his abilities.
They should have given that ability to Valkyrie in Apex.
Yeah, Apex Legends is like, it's like a spin-off, but then also just continues the lore of the world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely outgrown its
Yeah.
predecessors in popularity.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those.
Yeah, I guess now Titanfall is the spin-off to the Apex.
Well, that's not how it works. But yeah, Apex is definitely like the flagship of that franchise now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they need a Titanfall 3 now.
Well, they probably won't call it Titanfall 3, but hopefully.
They're working on an Apex Legends single player game.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's a spin-off of Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or a
god.
sequel.
I don't know, because I feel like gameplay also comes into a big part of sequels and spin-offs, not
Yeah.
just story.
Yeah.
So like Halo Reach is pretty similar gameplay-wise to Halo, but the story kind of makes it different enough that I would call it a spin-off, because it doesn't follow.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why you call Halo Infinite a sequel.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
it's
like
more
Halo
gameplay.
Wars is obviously a spin-off.
Yeah. Same with Spartan. Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
But-
But yeah.
Do you know what we can discuss? Technically, do you guys know the Persona franchise is a spin-off?
I was
Yeah.
actually looking at that. I don't know. What is it a spin-off from?
Oh,
Shin
Shin
Megami
Megami
Tensei.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
technically a spin-off of that. And Persona, I've only played Persona 5. We talked about it. Persona 5 is great.
Yeah.
But a spin-off of Persona 5
Yeah.
is Persona Strikers.
Persona 5 Strikers.
Persona 5 Strikers. And the other Persona games get their spin-offs too. Like, I think, what is there? Persona 4, like, Arena or something like that?
I have no idea.
But, yeah, Persona Strikers, I played that game. And it's like it's like a Warriors-style game. And we'll get to more Warriors games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like that like hack and slash game, which normally I'm not a fan of because they can feel weightless a lot of times. But I really liked Strikers, and I took a big break from it while I was playing it. And then when I came back, I was reminded like why I liked the game. It's just like so fluid, and you get to switch between your characters, and it's very stylistic. And it was a lot of fun. So I think that's a pretty good spin-off.
Yeah, I would play that game, but the problem, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but it just seems like there's a lot of talking and then a little bit of gameplay and then a lot of talking.
Not as much as Persona 5. There's definitely way more gameplay.
And then Persona 5.
Then, yeah, there's way more gameplay in it than talking.
Yeah.
Like compared to Persona 5. Plus, if you don't want the dialogue, you can always just skip through it.
But I don't want to know the story. I need to know the context.
I'm honestly impressed with Persona 5 Strikers' ability to blend the same style of combat from Persona 5 and put that into a different type of game. Like, Strikers' gameplay is like completely different, but it still feels like relatively the same just because of the style and the aesthetic
Yeah.
are matching, and they blended that so well,
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too. And I was kind of shocked when I was playing it because I thought maybe it would be like take place during Persona 5. But it's actually kind of a sequel to Persona 5 story-wise, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I think Persona Strikers deserves a positive mention.
Yeah. One I'd like to mention, it's a kind of a nostalgic one for me, a little bit. It's called Little Big Planet Karting.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention Sackboy's Big Adventure, but I completely forgot about Little Big
That was
Planet.
the thing. That's because we only played it like once when we went over there.
Yeah, that game did not last very long.
Yeah. I wish
But-
it did, though.
Yeah, they have a lot of. Like, it feels like every game needs a karting spin-off.
Every, like, famous IP.
Yeah, but yeah, what do you want to say about karting?
Well, I know I've talked about it before, like a lot of the games that I've always bring up, but I just really like how they implemented the level creation into it.
Yeah.
Like they like, it's obviously kind of a spin-off of Mod Nation Racers and Little Big Planet. It's kind of a weird jumble of those. But the level creation itself, they were able to blend the level creation from the original Little Big Planets into that
Yeah.
game. And I thought they did that like really well, like surprisingly well. And it's kind of like a shame that nobody really talks about that or about that game in general. It's kind of dead now.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dead now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting a movement. We're bringing it back, boys.
Let's get it remastered.
Oh, I wish. That would be great.
They also had like an arena mode you could make too.
Yeah, that was super
That's
fun.
a good idea.
Mm. Yeah.
That's smart on their part. But yeah, there's a ton of karting spin-off games like Crash Bandicoot gets one. Sonic gets one.
Wreck-It Ralph. No.
Is there?
I think he's in it. Yeah. That's not a game or whatever.
What's going on here?
I was just listening.
Well, we could talk about the most famous one, Mario. Do you know Mario, Super Mario Brothers, is technically a spin-off of Donkey Kong?
Really?
Am I right? Am
Yeah.
I right in that? Because technically it's Donkey Kong first, where you play as Mario. And then they're like, let's take this character and spin
It's
off
actually Mr. Jumpman.
and make Super Mario
Your
Brothers.
video game.
Yeah.
So
I guess
technically-
it technically is a spin-off. yeah.
No, because like, when did Donkey Kong show up in the Mario universe? Not till like way later.
No. Because Donkey Kong was the first game before
No,
even
yeah,
Super
but
Mario.
like in the
In a
Mario,
Mario game.
series,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So then it's more of a crossover. I don't know.
That crossover. Oh, Super Mario. No, Super Mario Bros. But well, regardless of that, Mario gets so many crossovers. Or
Yeah.
not crossovers, you got in my head. So many spin-offs.
Yeah.
We've got Mario Kart, which is a franchise of itself now. And that's
Yeah.
a fun franchise. It's probably the best karting games out there,
Yeah.
I think. Nothing quite matches this. Bless you. But yeah, and then other Mario games, there's obviously Super Smash Bros, I guess, is a
Yeah.
spin-off, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's a crossover, Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
But and then Mario Party.
Yeah.
I haven't played too many of those games because I don't have friends. But
The one that I played, the more recent spin-off that I played of Mario is Mario and Rabbids.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's
I
more
re-
of a crossover, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a spin-off. I guess
it's a spin-off.
Mario just has so many games where it feels like every game is a spin-off.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed that one a lot. I haven't played the newest one because I don't think it's out yet. But, but it's weird, like having this XCOM type of strategic battle go into Mario,
Yeah.
plus Rabbids of all things. Like it's really strange, but it works and
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
It feels like every game's like there was Super Mario RPG,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and then there was Dr. Mario, obviously.
yeah.
Very famous.
Very famous.
Very famous. And then Mario, what is it? Paper Mario? Gosh. Paper Mario. There's 2 Paper Mario games?
There's 3.
There's 3. And you've played one of
I
them?
played the most recent one. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of fans of the Paper Mario games, especially the originals.
Yeah. No, I heard the original one is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look a lot of fun, very quirky and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then there's that first-person shooter Mario game.
And then did you know? Did you know Punch Out is actually a Super Mario
No,
spin-off?
that's called a cameo. That's different.
No, because he controls Nintendo.
The message.
So everything is a spin-off of Mario.
Nintendo is just wow. That's crazy.
Speaking of Mario spin-offs, there's another one I wanted to talk about. It's not directly correlated to Mario himself, but his brother Luigi in
Oh,
Luigi's
yeah.
Mansion.
Oh wow!
All the Mario characters get freaking spin-offs, dude.
Yeah. I think I only played the second one, not the original one, but that one was a lot of fun. I just like that they went with a completely different concept for Luigi. Like, yeah, Mario gets all these like sports game spin-offs and karting and whatnot. Luigi though gets like this Ghostbusters-esque kind of like
Yeah.
haunted mansion Scooby-Doo style thing,
Mhm.
and it's so weird, but it works so well.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The other, because Yoshi got Yoshi's Island,
Yeah.
and I haven't played the original. I just played like the newer one, but then there's like Yoshi's Woolly World, which I think I played a little bit, but I'm not a fan of those Yoshi games. The platforming's a little too slow for me.
Mm.
Yeah, because he likes throw eggs.
Throw eggs,
That's
yeah.
a little slow for me.
But it's kind of fun.
Kill Yoshi babies.
You're interested about the lore of Mario and want to learn about the origins of Mario.
Yeah.
And how he was raised by Yoshi.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's quite something else.
Yeah, interesting.
I guess that's why Mario never speaks English. He
He does. He goes, "Let's go." That's very English.
Yeah, that's all he says.
That's weird though that he has an Italian accent.
Well, maybe the Yoshi's Italian too.
But he is. Yoshi.
Yeah,
That
okay.
doesn't sound Italian. He has a dinosaur accent, a prehistoric accent.
Well, Italians are descendants of prehistoric animals.
Aren't we all?
Just
Not me.
Italians.
I'm built
okay.
different.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like other specimens.
Do we have any other? Well, I've got some, I know. But did you guys have any other spin-offs? Is there any other Mario spin-offs you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Sonic Skaters.
Is
Whatever
this
that.
the one we played?
Yeah, whatever that one.
Is
was
it? It's not called Skaters.
I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember.
Sonic-
The only Sonic game we've played.
Yeah, I played Mania. Don't drag me
Oh,
into
sorry,
this.
Sorry.
I
Wasn't
don't-
it called Sonic Surfers?
Yeah, I think it's called Sonic Surfers. Yeah, I don't remember anything
no,
about the
that is
game.
not the game. There's not even a Sonic Surfers.
Do you guys remember Sonic R? Sonic Racing? Where you like raced on foot? And it was like a
No.
really old game.
What about Mario and Sonic the Olympics?
Oh, I love those
Yeah.
games. I've never played them, but I love them.
Just the concept of them brings me joy.
Yeah.
When it comes to Sonic, the only spin-off that I can think of that I've played is Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing.
Oh, 'cause
Uh,
was that the Sonic kart game?
Yeah, it was a Sonic karting game, which I had a lot of fun with too.
I think Sonic Riders was the one we played. The
Sonic
hoverboard
Riders.
one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That was-
Is that a spin-off?
I remember having fun with it.
I don't know. I remember like wasn't there like an arena mode or something?
Yeah.
That's what we've always played.
How was the karting though, Matherin?
Karting, it's good. It's very different from Mario Kart, but like there's a lot of similarities that you can draw between them. It just plays like completely different though. A very wide roster of characters, so it can be considered a crossover, I guess. But so is Mario Kart in some ways or another. And yeah, it's I remember it. You played it on the Wii, so you played it with the Wiimotes, and
Yes.
I kind of was doing the same thing that Mario Kart was doing with the motion controls. It was like kind of trying to pioneer that with Sonic, which I'd say it succeeded in. I don't know how everyone else thinks of that though.
I have no idea. I'm not a Sonic guy,
Yeah,
but you know what I am? A Fire Emblem guy.
I am a Fire Emblem.
Fire
guy as
Emblem
well.
got a spin-off.
Yeah,
You might be
yeah.
thinking of Fire Emblem Warriors. No, I'm talking about the mobile game, Fire Emblem Heroes. No, Fire Emblem Warriors is it's okay. It's
I
like
don't like
Yeah.
it.
the gameplay is kind of fun, but again, I'm not a fan of like those Warriors style games because everything feels weightless,
Hmm.
and it was okay. I think the story sucks and it's awful, but you don't really play those games for the story. You kind of just play it for fun. It's hack and slash adventure.
Yeah.
I wish that game didn't focus so much on like the newer 3DS titles. Like I get that's what was popular, so they needed to bring that in. But there's a long line of Fire Emblem characters, and they didn't really use them.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
kind of used Marth, which is the poster child for this franchise, and then the 3DS characters. And that I think was a missed opportunity.
Well, they had like Lyn and like DLC or something.
Well, Lyn, you had to do something else, and I think Celica too.
Yeah.
And then they added DLC characters, but I think they were more Fates characters than Awakening.
Yeah. It was all Fates characters.
Have you guys ever played Hyrule Legends?
You have, right, Matherin?
Hyrule Legends.
Or the whatever the Legend of Zelda one was called? Isn't there
No,
two of
yeah,
them?
there's like the Age of the Calamity.
Oh yeah, the new ones. The
Yeah.
Age of
Oh,
Calamity
yeah. But the original.
is just Hyrule.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors was the original, and then there's the ones that are based off of Breath of the Wild or one. I think they're coming out with another.
Well, yeah, there's Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
And then there's
Or-
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. And there
Okay,
might be
yeah,
a new one
yeah.
coming out.
Yeah, I have not played those.
Liam did, though, right?
Liam played a little bit of Hyrule Warriors, but I've heard good things about Age of Calamity, and it looks like a lot of fun too. Like, I since I'm such a big fan of Breath of the Wild, like it looks really interesting to me. But again, I'm also not the biggest fan of those like warrior
Yeah.
types of games that they seem to keep coming out with.
Yeah. Oh, we're going all the way back to the beginning. So we talked about Metal Gear Survive, but let's talk about a good Metal Gear spin-off.
Metal
Oh, yeah.
Gear Rising. Let's
Yes.
Oh my goodness, what a game that's better than the main series. Am I right, guys? Who's with me?
I don't know. I've never played the main
Yeah, I don't know
series.
either. But, yeah. A Metal Gear Rising. Oh my goodness, so fun.
It is. It's just like it's hack and slash, but like
Awesome.
it's like difficult hack and slash.
And it's like over the top.
Yeah.
And the boss fights are fun.
And the movement is slick and kind of goofy.
Yeah. It's kind of eggy, but it kind of knows it's eggy, so it's
Mhm.
campy.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a game where you can. The gameplay is so much fun, and then the dialogue is also so much fun because it's so goofy. That's just an overall such an enjoyment to play.
Yeah, and the soundtrack is awesome. We've talked about it a lot, but yeah, it's so great.
Hmm
Everyone should play it.
They should. Great game. 10 out of 10.
Any other spin-offs you guys want to bring up?
I do have one.
Oh.
As a longtime Worms fan, I'm sure you guys all are. Worms Rumble, I think, is a good spin-off, albeit a strange spin-off.
Yeah, I had fun with Worms Rumble
Yeah.
for like the couple weeks I played it.
Yeah.
It's like 2D side-scrolling, a battle royale.
Yeah.
It's so strange, but it's so much fun too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just so goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting into that game.
Yeah.
It's a funny little spin-off.
It's a goofy little one.
Just like the little worms.
Team 17 really pooped out a goofy one.
Do you want to poop out a spin-off you've got, Tyler?
No.
Oh,
Did you guys
no.
know World of Warcraft is a spin-off? I think everyone does, but
Yeah, I didn't actually know that until
Me neither.
recently.
I didn't know that until right now.
you never heard of the Warcraft games?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. I thought that's what you're talking about.
No, World of Warcraft. The MMO is
Yeah.
a spin-off of the Warcraft games.
Right. Everyone knows that.
I did not know that.
Because, those Warcraft. We all played World of Warcraft when we were younger.
World of Warcraft, I never got past like the start.
I'm not
'Cause you
super into MMOs, but as a kid, I remember I did start out as a werewolf or something.
Yeah, I remember playing World of Werewolf,
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, and I started as a werewolf because it was obviously the best class.
No, I started out as those the bull guys.
The Minotaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, werewolves are the way to go. And there's this one stupid mission at the start because you like started on this war, right?
Yeah.
Warcraft.
Yeah, and there's this one stupid mission where this guy's, what was it? I think there's this guy like riding around a tree on a horse, and you had to do something, and it was so frustrating. I think you had to maybe you were on the horse that was riding around, and you had to grab something that was hanging in the tree. I don't exactly remember.
As a werewolf.
No, you weren't a werewolf yet. This was like the story of how you got bitten or something.
Huh.
But-
Fascinating.
Yeah, it was a really frustrating mission. I could not do it.
I see.
I don't remember a lot about World of Warcraft. but
Yeah.
They came out with a movie.
Yeah,
that's
that
good.
was a movie.
I haven't seen it, but it was a movie.
Never seen it either.
Yeah, I did see it a few times.
Oh, a few
A few times.
Yeah.
We got a big fan over here.
No, my dad liked watching it a lot because my dad actually used to play World of Warcraft a lot.
Yeah.
And he would watch it, and it was like, it wasn't a bad adaptation, honestly. Like, it was a pretty decent movie. It's just like the human side of the story was really uninteresting, and the orc side of the story was like actually pretty interesting, which was kind of a weird change of pace, but an accepted one.
Unaccepted one.
Yeah.
I accept this.
Yeah.
Weren't there pandas in it or something?
Oh, yeah, the pandas in World of
They
Warcraft.
weren't in the movie, no. It
Oh,
was
they
mainly
weren't in
just
the
the
movie.
conflict between the orcs and the humans.
Oh.
There were dwarves at one point, though.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. And there's a small cameo of the Murlocs.
Were they CGI dwarves?
Yeah, they were CGI dwarves, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
It was just like one scene with them where they like gave the main human guy a gun.
Oh my.
Yeah.
This is our new invention.
Yeah.
The Glock.
It was just like a big hand cannon thing. But yeah, it was a strange movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we're not talking about movies.
We're not talking about it. Video game movies are for another episode.
Yeah.
Let's talk about more spin-offs, guys. You guys haven't played this. I've talked about it recently, but Resident Evil has a few spin-offs.
Oh, yeah.
And
Is Resident Evil 0 counted as a spin-off?
or is it a prequel? I guess it's a spin-off.
It's more of a story-wise, it's a spin-off.
Oh,
I played it.
okay. Is it good?
It's kind of interesting. It's more puzzle.
I have it, and I mean to play it, but those older ones, I guess, ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, the dynamic, but sorry to like just cut you off of everything. But
No, we're talking about Resident Evil
Yeah.
spin-offs, so let's talk about Resident Evil spin-offs.
the dynamic between the two characters is really weird, because like there's like the one guy is like a really buff like prisoner who they were escorting or something, and he's like, yeah, I'm a badass, but I've also got a soft heart. And then the girl's like, yeah, I want to be the best. I'm a medic or something.
I'm a little naive.
Was it Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca
Rebecca
Chambers.
Chambers,
Yeah.
yeah.
So their dynamic was a little weird, but kind of fun. And yeah, I remember like the main bad guy was kind of different from the other ones because he was kind of a slug guy, and he had like a million slugs that he could send at people.
What the heck?
Anyways, yeah, it was a game.
It definitely was a game.
I didn't, I watched a walkthrough to get through it because it was very like Resident Evil 1 kind
like
of.
a point and click game.
Yeah, point and click game.
Interesting.
So it was like really boring. But I thought the characters were kind of goofy. Most Resident Evil characters are goofy.
Yeah, I played Code Veronica I played on the Xbox One because I think it was ported over, but I started it and it's tank controls, so I didn't really get into it a lot, but I do want to go back and play it. But I played Resident Evil Revelations, and those games are really good, I think.
Nice.
If you like the era of the Resident Evil games where they're like 5 and 4, and you want like just a little extra of that, I think they're all right.
When did they come out?
I think the first one came out after 5.
Okay.
Or yeah, it would have come out after 5. And then the second one came out after 6.
Okay.
Okay. I think the first Resident Revelations is better than the second one because I don't like the episode structure they had in the second one. And the first one follows Jill, and I like Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The second one follows Claire,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was okay. But the first one, I was like, this is actually pretty fun. It's like you're on a ship. That's a cool setting for a Resident Evil game. Like
Yeah.
a cargo ship.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Interesting.
And the second one, you're on like an island. Well, the second one, I think, is the design of everything is pretty creepy compared to the first one. But so that they balance the blend of like horror and action well, way better than like 5 and 6, which is really good. But I think those are the only spin-off ones I've played of the Resident Evil franchise.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I thought it looked like you were thinking really hard. So I thought you might say something. Yeah, those long running franchises always gets lots of spin-offs, like the Final Fantasy games and stuff.
Yeah.
Resident Evil has had a lot of spin-off movies, too.
Oh, God.
Like
we're not talking about those.
Yeah.
Like the CGI movies.
Those
Uh,
two.
Like the live-action ones.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy had a lot of CGI movies.
Yeah, they did.
I've never seen any one of them.
And I never will.
Some of them are okay.
I never will.
Okay.
I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy spin-off games, though.
I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games.
But I've heard like Final Fantasy Tactics is supposedly good.
Well, we'll just have to take their word
Oh,
for
I
it.
played Dragon Quest Builders, and that's a spin-off of Dragon Quest. I hate Dragon Quest. And I
Oh,
didn't get
yeah.
into Dragon Quest Builders. So that wasn't very fun. But I guess it's worth a mention.
Huh. Yeah. I've never really gotten into Dragon Quest either.
You're a big Monster Hunter fan. You're going to play Monster Hunter Stories?
I didn't play stories. I just played World and the newest installment. I'm forgetting its
Rise.
name. Yeah, Rise.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I played, but I enjoyed them thoroughly. I haven't even completed the rides yet, but
The the stories of, I think there might be two of them, but the stories looks weird. Have you played Cadence of Hyrule, Tyler?
Cadence.
No.
Yeah, Cadence.
I played the I don't-
Because that's the rhythm game one.
yeah, I played the I didn't play it. I got the other one. The not spin-off of Cadence. There's like a graveyard one or something.
There's another one.
Pretty sure. Or am I just mistaken? I think it's something else.
I don't know. I have no idea. You know, Tales from the Borderlands is a spin-off. Would you? Well, I guess it's the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
The Borderlands pre-sequel isn't really a spin-off, but it kind of is. It's kind of like a Handsome Jack spin-off, I guess. The pre-sequel, I'll count it as a spin-off. Pre-sequel is pretty good. It's not made by the people that made Borderlands like 1 and 2 and 3, but I think pre-sequel's still pretty good. I like the gravity effect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard? You all know Bomberman.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a spin-off called Bomber Girl.
Nice, dude. Yeah, we're talking about Miss Pac-Man. Let's get the ladies
Oh,
in
yeah.
here, dude.
Miss Pac-Man was the only Pac-Man game I really played.
Isn't it just the same as Pac-Man?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but she has a bow, so that's the only difference.
I see. Oh yeah, there was the new final spin-off Warriors. The Three Hopes one came out recently.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to play that just because it's Three Houses.
completely spaced on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta play that, but I keep forgetting about it. I'll get it sometime. Pokemon gets a lot of spin-offs, but I don't really play those.
Pokemon Snap.
Where's Pokemon Go, guys?
Oh my goodness.
We don't talk about that.
Oh really?
Not after the incident.
Oh gosh. What happened?
We don't talk about it.
You know, Portal is technically a spin-off
Of what? Half-Life?
of Half-Life.
Really?
Half-Life.
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 Half a life.
Half a life.
Have a life.
Have a life. Because it's set in the same universe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't played the
I
first
always-
Portal.
Yeah, me neither. But I always knew there was a connection between the two.
I always knew. I always knew. I just felt this connection, and no one would believe me.
Oh yeah. So there's Minecraft Story Mode. Is
Oh,
Oh, and Minecraft Dungeons,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I
Minecraft
played
Dungeons
both
is fun.
those.
they're coming out with a new
Yeah.
one, Minecraft.
Legends? Wasn't it Legends?
Yeah.
I think it's Minecraft Avengers.
Avengers.
I think it's Legends.
Yeah. Both those. Minecraft Story Mode was just kind of goofy fun.
Yeah, that's another. Telltale is very good at doing spin-off games.
Yeah.
Well, like having spin-off games. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're necessarily good.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed Dungeons though, which was made by Mojang.
Yeah, Dungeons is really fun.
Yeah, Dungeons was a cool game.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. If you like those style of games, like the Diablo-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little goofy, little wacky. Minecraft Story Mode though. That's something else.
Yeah. Yeah, they had Telltale do a lot of, because they did like a Monkey Island one, I think. I don't know. So what's your guys' favorite spin-offs?
Well, I already said.
Yeah, I know you're New Vegas, but Tyler, I'm not kidding. Would you
I don't
say
really
one
play
of the
spin-offs all that much.
really?
I like Hungry Knight. Spin-off of Hollow Knight.
No, Tyler.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really play spin-offs all that much, you know?
That's okay.
Like, what is a spin-off nowadays? It's gotten so boggled. Sequels, spin-offs, they're just games at this point.
Should I look it up? What is a game spin-off? A spin-off is a radio program, television program, film, video game, or any narrative work derived from already existing works that focus on more details and different aspects from the original work. So basically, a sequel could be a spin-off.
Oh, my favorite one is Wario. He's a cool guy.
What about... Did Waluigi ever get a game?
No, that's why he's not.
No,
spin-
Waluigi Pinball.
That's not a game.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you freaking mean?
That's not a
There was
game.
I haven't played any Metroid games. I think Metroid Prime is a spin-off. Technically. But people seem to like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead Space, there's a spin-off game that maybe it was like a visual novel, I don't know, but there's like Dead Space Ignition or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that.
But I haven't played it. And then I don't know if this counts, but God of War got God of War Ascension. And plus all the PlayStation games get those weird spin-off PSP games anyways, like God of War got one.
Yeah.
Uncharted got one. But God of War Ascension is more of a prequel. It's not really a spin-off. I mean, that's a little different. Well, if we got nothing else to talk about spin-off.
Hold on.
Oh. Forza
Didn't-
Horizon is technically a spin-off.
Didn't Blizzard come out with a game like that was like a crossover between all of their IPs?
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
Heroes of
Yeah,
the
but that's not
Storm.
really a spin-off.
I know.
I
but-
do know one. This game that I played on my PSP called Grand Theft Auto Chinatown is kind of a spin-off. It was made by Rockstar though, so I'm not sure.
Well,
Well,
I mean, I could still
yeah.
count as a spin-off.
yeah,
It's for the PSP, so yeah.
yeah. It was like a top-down Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, like the original Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Anyone play Detective Pikachu?
no.
That's
Yeah, spin-offs really belong to the Segas and Nintendos of the world.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not really part of that camp.
oh, I see. Oops, sorry, I dropped something.
You won't pick it back up.
I did. Speaking of picking things back up, it's time to pick up an ending. All right, let's wrap this spin-off episode up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of good mentions out there.
Yeah, if you guys got any spin-offs, let us know, because there's probably a bunch out there.
Yeah, Multiverses came out.
That's not a spin-off.
Hey, you said Smash Bros. Was a spin-off.
that was more of a joke.
Okay.
Because Smash Bros. is a crossover, and I recognize that. But yeah, I guess we'll leave. It's my turn to recommend the game of the week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to recommend the best spin-off.
Oh.
Halo Reach.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It's so fun, again, for all the reasons I mentioned. Great story, I think. A high replay value, just fun missions. And the multiplayer is great, even though I think the original servers are dying. So maybe, I don't know. I've never played the Master Chief Collection, but you could probably play it there. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So obviously.
So obviously don't play it.
Yeah, it's a fun time, especially if you just want to play like split screen with friends. You can
Yeah.
have so much goofy fun. Best Forge,
Yeah, it's a must play.
perfect
with
balance
friends.
gameplay, and it's great.
It is great.
Nice. Yeah.
Fun vehicles.
But yeah, thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
We don't know what we'll talk about next week, but you know what? That's okay. We'll talk about your mom.
Next.
Thank you, everyone, for listening so much.
Yeah.
And being here. We do have an email if you want to send us anything, like directly on any nice comments or something like that, or tell us your spin-offs.
Your spin-offs.
Yeah.
Tell us the ones you're coming out with.
checkpointcornerpod@gmail.com, and if you want to leave us a nice review, that would help us out a lot. Gets it noticed when it has good reviews. But yeah, thanks again for listening, and thank you guys for being here.
Of course.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
See
Bye.
ya.
Goodbye.
Bye.